What have we got here? Wow, strong colours. This is called Catapults. This is supposed to be a cat that's supposed to be acrobatic and leap through the air. So we'll put it on here. This is a catapult. And if I push the trigger now, it will leap up in the air, but it's more fun to do a cascade. So let's go to another one back here, which is exactly the same, except it's got green cats. And we'll put one here into the launching pad and see what happens. All I've got to try and do is get him to leap across there and trigger that one to form a cascade. Wow! Worked first time, look at that. What a lovely idea, isn't it? So 10 of these going down the corridor with an amazing, an amazing toy. Wow. So I'm looking at cat toys here, and of course there's lots and lots of puns like catapult and acrocat and acrobat and things like that. Here's one which I liked because it's a 3D car, which is difficult to show, of course, but we'll do our best. But I love the idea of the artwork, which is showing a cat looking hungrily at a goldfish bowl from behind. So his face is enormously magnified by the magnifying effect of a round goldfish bowl in the water. And if you look at it like this, even better. So, oh boy, that is superb. Huge, great face and tiny little fish inside. Oh, what do you think? Wonderful, isn't it? Was it done by Photoshop work, or I don't know, whatever it is. It's a very, very nice concept. Getting back to toys, here's a very charming idea called Frisky Animals, made by Takara. Inside the dome is a cat who's sniffing in the garden at a flower pot that's fallen over, and he's sniffing at the flowers that are lying on the grass. Now the clever thing is, when you turn the wheel, he gets quite acrobatic. He does all sorts of wonderful movements, and yet there's no actual mechanical connection between them. What's happening here is very clever. When I turn the wheel here, all it's doing is turning round a wheel inside, a horizontal wheel containing a magnet, which contains an opposing magnet to a tiny one that's hidden under the chin of this cat. So as it gets almost directly underneath, the chin is pushing away as far as it can to get away from the magnet that's lying underneath the grass here. And the effect is, when you move the thing back and forward, you get some wonderful action, what they call frisky pet actions of the cat. And yet it's all done just by the magnetic forces and not by any levers or cams or things. It's a lovely concept, it is. Very nice mechanical toy. Well, this one here, which I've had for some time now, comes from Hammacher and Schlemmer. It's meant for cats. It's called the Smarty cat box. It's got batteries inside, and when you switch the button on, what happens? Nothing very much, except this thing is spinning. So what we actually have to do is wind in this piece here, which is a piece of flexible rubber which contains a very interesting bunch of feathers. Now if we turn it on, some action occurs. Oh yes. So this rolls all over the floor, over the carpet. Quite a random chip inside, I think it is, making it sometimes go clockwise, sometimes anti-clockwise, sometimes anti-clockwise again, and then different speeds and different lengths, and highly random circuits. Which cat could possibly resist that? Cat-loving friends of mine have pointed out that almost certainly after each game you'd have to replace the feathers because the cats would just tear them to pieces. But nice idea that, I like it. Smarty cat. There's quite a number of flick books out there, I think containing cats as well. These are my favourite two which I want to show because I think they've both got a lovely concept. May your wildest birthday wish come true. What about that? What's going to happen? Well, this is what's going to happen. Oh, what a super idea. So the cat opens his mouth to make it look like a mouse hole. And it's his birthday because he's get 1, 2, 3 or 4 mice. Wow, what a treat. What a lovely concept though. The other one works in the vertical form, but it's still a nice idea. Mechanical flip book, and it's a cat and a mouse. But hang on a sec, the cat's got a little clockwork key on the top. Perhaps it's a mechanical cat, I don't know. Let's have a look. There's a mechanical mouse. Here comes the cat. Oh yes, mechanical cat. That's very nice, isn't it? Full marks for consistency. If you've got a mechanical mouse, you've got to have a mechanical cat. And he's had a nice gobble up. Nice one, that. There's a thing called Acrocat, which means acrobatic cat, of course, made by Playvisions. It's a lovely idea, this, because it's a completely original concept. There's a very strong magnet underneath. on this base piece here, there's a piece of metal there which holds it quite firmly. It's a bit of steel. When you put two pieces together, because this is quite a thin gauze, and then push it away, the gauze suddenly makes the cat leap up in the air. I'll try doing a few turns. Oops, almost. What I should do really is make it leap high in the air, and I find that difficult to do, but it's possible. Woo! And away he goes. Yes, practice, 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 Tim. But it's a nice concept, isn't it? And when you get it to land like that, it's a very satisfying feeling. So, Acrocat by Playvisions, a completely original form of mechanical toy, which I've never seen done anywhere else before. As it's pushed away, the gauze suddenly takes over and pushes it high into the air. Lovely idea for a cat. Now, there's a famous optical illusion. It appears in many optical illusion books, incidentally, of a cat and mouse. Well, you can see the cat quite clearly, but where's the mouse? On the back, upside down, inside out? No. Idea is you just look at it a bit closer, draw it close to your face, and there it suddenly transforms into a mouse in the middle of the cat's face. The eyes of the cat are actually the ears of the mouse. Put it away, and he disappears and becomes a cat again. Lovely idea, this. I think it's about probably 80 years old or more, the idea, the artist who did it. He's done a very, very nice job there of merging from one into the other. And another one which I'm very fond of, by Steve Wagner, who designed it for Gather for Gardener, is looking again at the old Alice in Wonderland story of the Cheshire Cat. You remember the story of the Cheshire Cat in the tree, which turned into a smile? Well, here she's looking at an entire family of Cheshire Cats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. What's going to happen when we swap the two pieces over? This is what they call a vanishing area paradox. Swap the pieces over. I've got a bit underneath just to compare it with in a minute. Oh yes, look. We've now only got 4 cats, 1, 2, 3, 4, and one of them's turned into a smile. Well, what's actually happening is that these 5 cats, as they were originally, are a little bit on the smaller side, and when they're only 4 cats, so they're all borrowed little bits of each other's bodies to make them slightly larger cats, and a bit left over is, well, the chin of one it was in the first picture, and the ears of the other one, which turns into the smile. So it's a lovely way of showing the missing area paradox and the old Cheshire Cat story from Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. It really does turn into a smile. Only 4 cats. Very nice, satisfying one. The last item is quite a high-tech item which I bought in 2002, 15 years ago. So it's astonishing. In those days they had mastered micromotors. There's a tiny motor inside here. But the other thing they were playing with at that time was voice recognition, trying to get the human voice to make it operate. So push that to start with. His eyes light up, he starts moving around. He's called Chumley, incidentally, this one. Came in a nice box too. Chumley! That's his recognition. I was going to ask him to walk, but he's already doing his own thing. Chumley! Walk! Well, I suppose he's doing what I asked him to. No, that was going to be the next exercise. Turn it round. Let's try again. Chumley! Turn around. This is cats all over, isn't it? They never do what you ask them to. But there we are. So when you've got a toy cat, Chumley, turn around. Yes, well, there we are. True to life, cats do their own thing.